NBA YoungBoy do a mixtape.
Wow.
For sure, I'm gonna stay on top of that.
All right, Rizzle fam, we are once again here today to talk about Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. A lot of people thought the whole beef was just gonna blow over, but as we're seeing, that might not be the case after all. See, there's more coming out surrounding the situation. Now, things are starting to make a lot of sense. From some old beef about Von working with YoungBoy's ex, to Lil Durk's theories about NBA YoungBoy snitching to get a leg up on the competition, it's likely that there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Just a quick recap on where this stuff all comes from. YoungBoy and Durk are both known for being ride or die with their hoods. When associates get involved, the whole web can start to beef. That's pretty much exactly what happened here. King Von's passing pretty much sent the whole industry into a downward spiral, and it did much worse to O-Block. It also soured the relationship between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, and that's likely to last forever. See, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim are friends with YoungBoy. Quando used to be friends with Von too. Then one day everything changed. No one knows why, but there's tons of theories out there floating around. Some people think it was over a girl, while others think that there was some unresolved beef going on behind the scenes. Either way, that night back in 2020 would change the course of Quando's life forever and end Von's. Von ran up for a fist fight, Quando's friend Tim pulled out a weapon to defend his friend, and the rest is history. Ever since then, things have been heating up between Quando Rondo, Lil Durk, and YoungBoy. Lil Durk and Von were best friends, so you really can't blame the guy for being upset. Meanwhile, Quando and Tim claim self-defense. YoungBoy's in a different position. He's facing some jail time right now while sitting around on house arrest, and he's made it known that he supports what happened between Quando, Lil Tim, and King Von. The fact that Quando signed to YoungBoy's label also probably has something to do with all of it. Something else is happening here though, and it's something that YoungBoy isn't used to. After tracks like Bring the Hook and Know Like I Know were released, it's clear that YoungBoy is coming for everybody, or at least he claims he is. O-Block hit back with a video of a huge crowd where you can see tons of residents stomping on YoungBoy's 4KT green flags and setting them on fire. This whole thing is reaching a tipping point that no one saw coming. Right now, it's all a cold war, but beef less intense than this has claimed lives in the past. The non-stop string of threats says that something big could be coming. 21 Savage pointed out that you have to be careful when you're picking a side here, or even featuring on a track. It's bigger than just the music now.
And a lot of niggas fuck with Durk, so a lot of niggas ain't gonna fuck with YoungBoy shit because they fuck with Durk.
YoungBoy also has a loyal pack of fans. So loyal that one fan attacked NLE Choppa in YoungBoy's name. But it's more than that. One fan said NBA YoungBoy deleted his Instagram again. A real street guy like myself knows Durk should be worried. Somebody else replied saying, facts, it means he's active now. Gang life, let's not forget his right-hand man NBA 10 outside. Just as many people would tell you that there's actually nothing to worry about and that it's all just some internet beef made up for clout. But what if it's more than that? Sure, YB's on house arrest, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have friends who will ride for him. Worse than that, Lil Tim and Quando are both walking around free like nothing happened. There's also YoungBoy's ex, Janiyah. He did music with her for a little while, and they were a pretty serious couple for a while. A bit later, she was seen working in the studio with King Von. Von always claimed that there was nothing more to it than that, but we'll really never know. Regardless, YoungBoy's always been serious about his friends and family, and he doesn't take kindly to stuff like that. That's why the reason the Lil Durk's track Aha hit particularly hard. There's no way Durk was gonna let YoungBoy's recent disses slide without responding, and when he clapped back, he went hard. In his latest song, there's the verse where he basically calls YoungBoy out for talking so much without doing anything, thinking that they aren't also making moves, regardless of if YoungBoy's really about it or not. Then he also disses Janiyah pretty much directly with this bar. We've been sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have. Buddy ass got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his ass, acting like they really like that since my brody died. Just got out the feds, you bring up with your police ass. I told Von to leave that bitch alone. She posts on OnlyFans. First of all, Durk is claiming that he's scoping a few people for a hit, lurking in their hoods. Then he switches it up by talking about how lax YoungBoy's sentencing has been recently, and the whole house arrest thing. While this might just be a throwaway line, you don't call someone else a snitch like that in the streets. Otherwise, things could get bad. That last line about the OnlyFans, that's Janiyah. With all this said, it only makes sense that YoungBoy would take things to the next level. And and he has. The internet is on high alert after the drop of YoungBoy's most recent track, where he comes after pretty much everybody who's ever had a negative thing to say about him. He goes after literally everyone, from Lil Durk to Apple for promoting Durk's music. There are a few important sets of bars in the track, but some of the hardest hitters are "He called me a bitch." That's India. That'd be your hoe. Posted with that stick like Indians, they want my soul. Why you drop that whack-ass song? Bitch. You should have known. My daddy tell me, leave it alone. But I'm like, man, them. Used to fuck with Gucci till he seemed like them Clean up on aisle O is obviously about O-Block. But India, who's mentioned just a little further down, is Lil Durk's current girl. I guess YoungBoy had to get him back for Janaya, but that's still a bit far. See, the whole track, YoungBoy spends time claiming that actually he doesn't really care about rap. He's not scared to die. He just wants the ops gone. That's why this is actually scary at this point. He disses Gucci for even being associated with Durk, but that's not even the worst part of it. Of course, this next bit is an exaggeration, but he also has a line where he claims that he has his homies out looking for anybody who's ever featured on a Durk track. There's also a line that seems to be in retaliation for Durk accusing YB of being a snitch when YoungBoy calls out Big Durk, Lil Durk's father. See, Lil Durk's dad got locked up back in 1994 for slinging some stuff all across the south side of Chicago. He did 22 years in jail for it and was finally released just a few years ago. Thing is though, his sentence was apparently supposed to be longer. That's why maybe YoungBoy thinks he took a plea deal or something like that. Even worse, he's implying that Durk's dad snitched to get out of it. Of course, people are freaking out about YoungBoy's track, as they always are. One look at the YouTube comments and you can just see how about YoungBoy the fans are. One said, not only did he respond in less than 24 hours, but he straight knocked Durk from being trending #1 to trending #2, and he took his spot of being trending #1 is crazy as to me. To be fair, that's pretty impressive. If you look at the comments though, they basically all look like that. And maybe that's one of the worst parts of all this. No one's talking about what he's actually saying in his raps, the lives he's threatening to destroy, or any of that. All of this could have been avoided. No matter how many clicks his videos get or how many people are sharing, at the end of the day, this is serious stuff. Listen, I mess with YB's music too, but is it really worth everything that's happened at this point? What do y'all think about this though? Is anything ever actually gonna pop off between YoungBoy and Durk, or is it all social media beef? Which diss track was better? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and if you like this one, you should for sure be checking out this next one.